Welcome to Commander Group of Schools online classes. In earlier classes, we learned about rational numbers, irrational numbers in detail. Real numbers. Real numbers are those numbers, the set which consists of rational and irrational numbers. Those are said to be real numbers. So as I am saying, real numbers are denoted by the letter R. That is nothing but the set containing rational. Rational numbers are denoted by Q. And so I am using the word U. U means union. And S. S is nothing but irrational numbers. The set comprises of rational and irrational numbers are nothing but real numbers. So real numbers are denoted by the letter R. So now here, today, we are going to learn about the irrational numbers in another form. In another form, what is that another form? So, for example, let us take root 1. What is root 1? Root 1 is nothing but 1. Root 2. Root 2 is nothing but 1.4142 and so on. Then root 4. Root 4 is nothing but 2. So here, while seeing, we know that root 1 is a perfect square, 4 is a perfect square. So we got the square root as 1 and 2. But while taking for 2, we are getting a non-terminating, non-recurring decimal. So we call these as irrational numbers. So square root of any number is not a whole number. We called it as irrational numbers. Now, there is another name for these irrational numbers we are going to learn today, that is nothing but surds. So, surds. The word surds, how it came into existence, first we will learn. So, around 820 AD, Al-Khwarizmi, he used the word irrational numbers as inaudible. Later on, it has been translated into Latin name, that is surdus. Surdus, which means irrational numbers. That is, surdus means mute or deaf. So, in that form we got these surds. In that way we got the surds name into existence. Now, we'll come back to the definition of a surd. So, in order to show the definition of a surd, we should see that and how to represent the surd. So, the representation of a surd, that is nth root A. So, nth root A is known as a surd. Here, three conditions applies. What is that? N. N should be a natural number greater than 1. And A is a positive rational number. And nth root A is an irrational number. An irrational number. These three we have to remind. So that is, if n is a natural number greater than 1 and A is a positive rational number, then nth root A is said to be irrational number. So now here, what is this n? N is called as the order of the surd and A is called as the radicand, and this nth root is known as radical sign. And totally, this nth root A is nothing but irrational or a surd. Irrational, nth root A is known as irrational or surd or radical. We call it as surd or radical. So now here, according to the order of the surd, we are going to divide. So first we will learn what is the surd. For example, let us take 5th root 7. As I told you earlier, three conditions to be satisfied. What is that? In the place of n, what we are having? 5. 5 is a natural number greater than 1. And so the first condition is satisfied. And second condition, what is the second condition? It should be a positive rational number. So in the place of A, what we are having? 7. So it's a positive rational number. Hence, and also nth root A. Nth root A, then what we can say? It is an irrational number. So 7 is not the nth power. So hence we can say that fifth root 7 is said to be an irrational number, or we can call it as a third. Fifth root 7 is a third. So now you will get third down. So let us take, for example, fourth root 16. Can we call it as a third or not? So once again we will come to the condition. What is that? Here if you see 4. 4 is a natural number which is greater than 1. And then 16. 16 is a positive rational number. While telling what I told, this A should not be of nth power. So 16, if you see, fourth root of 16 can be written as 2 power 4. It is simply nothing but 2 power 4 whole power 1 by 4. Fourth root means 4 cancels. What you will get? 2. 2 is a rational number. But what we said nth root A should be an irrational number. But here 2 is a rational number. Hence we can say that 4th root 16 is not a surd. So now, according to the order of the surd, surds are divided. How the surds are divided? According to the order of the surd. If the order of the surd is 2, we call it as quadratic surd. We call it as quadratic surd. If the order of the surd is 3, we call it as cubic surd. So for that example, cube root 5. Here the example is root 2, root 7. Then we call it as quadratic surd. Cubic surds. Cubic surd, how? The order is 3, so we call it as cubic surd. If the order of the surd is 4, that is 4th root 7, then we call it as biquadratic surd. Biquadratic surd. So, if the order of the surd is 5, we call it as quintic surd. Q-U-I-N-T-I-C. Quintic surd. So, according to the order of the surd, the surds have been divided. So, if the order of the surd is 2, we call it as quadratic surd. If the order of the surd is 3, we call it as cubic surd. And if the order of the surd is 4, we call it as biquadratic surd. If the order of the surd is 5, we call it as quintic surd. Types of surds. So now we can see the types of surds. First one is simple surd. What is meant by simple surd? A surd having only one term, we call it as a simple surd. So for example, 5th root 3, 7th root 5, we call it as simple surds. Next we will go for next surd, that is pure surd. What is meant by pure surd? So pure surd is nothing but a surd having completely irrational number, a completely whole irrational number. So here 7th root 2, 5th root 3, we call it as pure surds. And next we go for similar surds. What are similar surds? So surds having different multiples of the same surd, then we call it as similar surds. So 4 root 3, 5 root 3, 7 root 3 and so on. These are similar surds. If you take 2 root 5, 4 root 7, 9 root 3, then we call it as dissimilar surds. They are known as dissimilar surds. And here we can see the surds having different multiples of the same surd, then we can call it as similar surds. And next we can see the next surd. It is nothing but mixed surd. What is the mixed surd? A surd having the product of rational and irrational, then we can call it as a mixed surd. Product of a rational and irrational, then we can call it as a mixed surd. And next we will see compound surd. What is meant by compound surd? the sum and difference of two or more surds, then we can call it as compound surd. The expression having the sum and difference of two or more surds, we call it as a compound surd. So root 3 plus root 5 minus cube root 2, we call it as a compound surd. So now, based on this, we can say a compound surd having two terms, then we can call it as binomial surd. A compound surd having three terms, we call it as trinomial surd. So here we have learned now about surd in detail. So now we will see the next topic, that is the conjugate. What is meant by conjugate surd? The sum and difference of the quadratic surds are conjugate to each other. So conjugate of root A plus root B is nothing but root A minus root B. Conjugate. As I told you, the sum these both are quadratic surds. So the quadratic surd conjugate root A plus root B, conjugate of root A plus root B is nothing but root A minus root B. So here the conjugate surds are also known as complementary surds. Conjugate surds are also known as complementary surds. Now we go for rationalization. So what is this rationalization? Before going to the rationalization, let me clear one thing. What is that? Nth root A. Nth root A is nothing but a to the power of 1 by n. Nth root A is nothing but a to the power of 1 by n. Rationalization. So for example, if you take root 3 is an irrational number. So we will take another irrational such that the product is a rational number. So root 3 into root 3. Root 3 into root 3 is nothing but root 3 whole square. Root square get cancels, we get 3. 3 is a rational number. So if I take root 5 into root 5 is equal to root 5 whole square. Root square get cancels, 5 is a rational number. So when should we use conjugate and when should be used as rationalization? For quadratic surds, we will be using the word conjugate. Here, if you observe the product of two irrational numbers, we are getting a rational number. Then each irrational is said to be rationalizing factor of the other. So, the product of two irrationals is a rational number. Then each irrational number is said to be rationalizing factor of the other. The process of changing an irrational number to a rational number by multiplying with a surd, that process is known as rationalization. Now, what is the rationalizing factor of? Rationalizing factor of nth root A. Nth root A means what I said? A power 1 by n. What is the rationalizing factor of a power 1 by n is? What is that? So, a to the power of n minus 1 by n. This is the rationalizing factor. Let us check that. What we learned that the process of multiplying a surd with an irrational, we are getting a rational number, then we are saying that that is nothing but rationalization. So, each irrational number is a rationalizing factor of the other. So, a power 1 by n into a to the power of n minus 1 by n. So, it is in the form of a power m into a power n. What is a power m into a power n? It is nothing but a to the power of m plus n. So, a to the power of 1 by n plus n minus 1 by n. So, a to the power of n LCM. So, what you get? 1 plus n minus 1. 1 cancels. What you will get? A to the power of n by n. So n cancels. What you get? A. A is a rational number. So hence we can say that the rationalizing factor of nth root a is nothing but a to the power of n minus 1 by n. For that, let us take one example. Rationalizing factor of fifth root 7. I will write simply as r dot f. What is meant by r dot f? R dot f is nothing but rationalizing factor. Fifth root 7. Fifth root 7 means in the place of n what we are having? 5. So in the place of a what we are having? 7. So what will be the rationalizing factor of nth root a? A to the power of n minus 1 by n. So rationalizing factor of fifth root 7 is nothing but 7 to the power of. In the place of n what we are having? 5. So 5 minus 1 by 5. So 7 to the power of. 5 minus 1 how much? 4 by 5. It is nothing but fifth root of 7 power 4. So that is the rationalizing factor of fifth root 7. What is the rationalizing factor of fifth root 7? Fifth root 7 power 4. Now we will see one example. Simplify 1 by root 7 plus root 5 by rationalizing. I had used the word rationalizing. Now you will get doubt. What to be rationalized? Either numerator or denominator. Always remember, if they ask for rationalizing, we have to rationalize the denominator only. So 1 by root 7 plus root 5, you have to multiply with what we have to multiply? The rationalizing factor of root 7 plus root 5, or simply we can say the conjugate of root 7 plus root 5 what? Root 7 minus root 5. So whatever the operation we do for numerator, we have to do for the denominator also. So I had written the numerator, we have to write the denominator also. Root 7 minus root 5. So if you multiply, you have to divide. So 1 into root 7 minus root 5 by. Now it is in the form of a plus b into a minus b. What is a plus b into a minus b? A square minus b square. So root square get cancels, root square get cancels. What you got? Root 7 minus root 5 by 7 minus 5. So root 7 minus root 5 by 7 minus 5 is what? 2. So we had rationalized the denominator. So as we know that, what is the rationalization? The process of converting the irrational number into rational number by multiplying with an irrational number. So we had multiplied with the root 7 minus root 5 to get a rational number. 2 is a rational number or not? So hence we had rationalized the denominator. So in this way we can rationalize the denominator. So now rationalizing factor of cubed root 3 plus, what is the rationalizing factor of cubed root 3? It is nothing but cubed root 3 power, what I told, 3 minus 1 by 3. That is nothing but 3 power 2 by 3. So that is the rationalizing factor. So if you take rationalizing factor of cubed root 3 minus 1, then how? What is the way? If you observe, cubed root 3 is nothing but 3 to the power of 1 by 3 minus, I will write this one also 1 cube. Can I write? 1 cube is nothing but 1. So now here it is in the form of a minus b. What is a minus b? We will use the algebraic identity. What is the identity? A minus b into a square plus ab plus b square is nothing but a cube minus b cube. So a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square is nothing but a cube minus b cube. So here it is in this form, a minus b. Then what to be found? Here this is the rationalizing factor of this one. So rationalizing factor of cube root 3 minus 1 is equal to a square. A square means what? What is a? 3 power 1 by 3 whole square plus 3 power 1 by 3 into 1 plus what is b square? B square is nothing but 1 square. So now here 3 power 2 by 3 plus 3 power 1 by 3 plus 1. So this is the rationalizing factor of cube root 3 minus 1. So if this is multiplied, what we should get? What is the product? Hence product is a cube minus b cube. So a cube minus b cube means what is a here? 3 power 1 by 3. So 3 power 1 by 3 whole cube minus 1 cube. 3 get cancels. 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. 2 is a rational number. So this is the rationalizing factor. So what is the rationalizing factor of cube root 3 minus 1? 3 power 2 by 3 plus 3 power 1 by 3 plus 1. So today we have learned about the rationalizing factor in detail and source in detail. Thank you.